How's it going?
Wonderful.
Good for you. Look at all this shade. It already had holes in it that we're not using. So Jenny put little gobs of silicone over it. So we're going to have our own little star show under here. All kinds of shade. So now when we sit at the table inside, what do you think Aiden's doing? Yep. Hey, Potter. Thor, he's not working any harder than Aiden is. Look at all that shade now. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, Aiden says. There's the first section of the roof we've been talking about. Now we are going to attempt to work on the middle one. See how far we get. And we'll show you later. Lots of flowers. Good morning from the trading post at the Ponderosa. Alright, there you can see we got part of the roof on the front porch. Hoping to finish that up today on the middle section there. Also, I finished up the purlins on the one end. Not doing the other end yet. And they gave us metal. They gave us a couple extra. I'm not using the red. We're putting, you see that? We're putting tan on top here. And I have a couple extra copper from on top of the cabin. So, depending on how much wood I have overhang here, I'm going to try to make it a little longer. I gave the other side 10 inches. So I'm waiting on that till we get over here a little farther with the metal and see how it works out. But I thought a little longer overhang over here would be nice, so I could set things down here on the ground and have a little bit of protection. So we did that. I did that till about 6 o'clock. We had pork chops last night. We watched another movie. It's nice to have Aiden here. Spend quite a bit of time with him. He's been a good helper. It does take you away from some work sometimes, but that's good. Jenny put up some hummingbird feeders. We've had a couple of them now. I don't know if it seems like we've done much. I've moved the solar panels back and forth about 3 or 4 times. Turns out on my new solar generator, you can only have 6 hooked up at a time per I'll call it circuit. So I can have 6 here on one wire. So if I wanted 6 more out there, I'd have to run another 100 feet of cable. So that's just how we're doing it for now. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I missed it. Oh, no, I didn't. That's a hawk. We did fill up the water, but we never made it to the shower. That would have been nice to give that a try, but we ran out of time. We've done lots of little things, and kind of bounced around. So hopefully everything comes together in the end. Out of these panels here, like I've said before, they've been used before, so Jenny siliconed the holes. And then we'll pick out the ones we want to use for up here. I'll have to get the grinder and cut them to length. And that's what we're going to work on today. We are going to town today, so we're going to get this middle section finished before we leave. And we will show you when that happens. Where did it go? Here we are Wednesday morning, cruising along. We got some up there. We got like 4 rows, not completely screwed down. What do we got up there? We got Jenny the roofer with her trusty gun.
Hercules, Hercules.
Hercules. I still got to get the chainsaw. I got to cut the stovepipe down. All right, we'll be back with more action. Coming to you live.
Live action.
Not really live. See you later. Okay, we are all the way across. Front edge looks good. We're down to the end here. And we have to do some scribing on the last 2. And the last 2 are going to consist of the color we are using. And what is this one? This one's a little lighter color. An extra one they gave us. Since I gave them a bigger overhang, we need to use that one. So, but now we got all kinds of shade down here. After we get those up, Jenny's going to put down all the additional screws that we skipped. We'll put a string across so she can see where they all go. It's not so pretty back here, so I'm not going to show you everything, but who's going to see it back here? We'll have a gutter back here and probably a barrel maybe in this corner or that corner. Collect some rainwater. But it will be nice to have some equipment and firewood under this roof out of the elements of the weather. And this old tin that I have a bunch of now that we used up there, I am going to put around the bottom, I don't know, 3 feet, 32 inches, something like that. And then above that to the roof line. I haven't decided what I'm using for sure yet. It's not a top priority. Just want to get the roof on there before we brought Haas home. So that's where we're at now. Jenny's scribing that with a knife. If you haven't seen that before. We also have a lot of these. Where'd he go? Right there. Lots of big deer flies. It's making it challenging. So yeah, when you want to cut this metal vertically, you scratch it a few times with a utility knife. Then you get beside it and you start bending it back and forth and it'll snap. Need some help on that, babe?
I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see. Did she say we'll see or did she call me a wussy? Did she scribe it enough? She might need some help. Where's it at? Put your foot closer. some more. Not going. Needs a little more oomph to it. With a guy, you'd say put your weight in it, but you don't say that to women. You young guys just recently married, don't say that to them. It's a rule. Okay, so that's where we're at. We're down to the last two pieces, and then she's going to screw the rest down. And I'm going to work on this bottom 32 inches. We will see you later. Okay, I'm back. Somebody wanted to show that it works. She was not satisfied.
I might not be this time either.
Well, what the heck's going on with you?
This stuff just snaps.
Yeah, that old tent snapped like butter. We're not bending it at the right place, babe. You're bending it in here. She's bending it in here. We need to bend it on that. Lift it. Bend it where you're cutting. Okay? You want me up there?
I don't know yet.
Can't these flies help you?
I wish.
Are you bending where you're cutting?
Yeah.
I'm in there now. I'm in on it. Keep walking it up here. I'm hearing something happen. I'm hearing it.
There it went.
I'm hearing it, and I'm gonna kill a fly. Nope.
I also bent it.
Who cares about that piece?
That's the piece we're cutting off.
Well, that's not gonna fit up there. Now bend it back. Oh, come on. Now you're seeing my frustration. Lay it back down.
I just
There.
want it to break.
You sure we want this in a video?
It can be edited.
Shazam! Get that out of there. Preferably not in the driveway. One down, one to go. Alright, we got the last two pieces scribed. Like I said, one's kind of an ivoryish color, but who's going to see it? Maybe a helicopter. But here's what happens when you mess with metal. Jenny decided that she needed to catch up on the injury list.
And
the corner of it went whoosh, right into her hand.
I was just gonna catch the tin. No, actually, I jumped off the trailer, and when I was coming down.
Wait a minute, you did what first? Thought you would just jump over the edge of the trailer, like Aiden would do?
No, I had 1 foot already on the fender.
Okay, sounds safe so far.
Yeah, and then I was jumping
And then
down.
as you did, the tin
went flying, and my hand.
So you were jumping off the trailer the same time you threw the tin?
No, the tin was leaned up against the side of the trailer.
Okay.
It's fine, Aiden.
And what happened?
And then the corner of the trailer went boom into my hand.
And what are we doing here?
It's called Bleed Stop. I got this for Jeffrey because he's on blood thinners. And it says to put it in the wound and apply pressure. But right now it looks like the blood is escaping.
The blood's moving faster than the Bleed Stop powderish stuff.
It doesn't feel very good though.
We had an episode like this with a tin can about 18 years ago. What happened that day, Jennifer?
I had to get 4 stitches.
We had to go to the emergency room.
But this time I have my trusty doctor over here.
Dr. Aiden.
Yesterday he was.
He's not a doctor yet.
He was a chef, Aiden, yesterday.
Yeah.
Today's.
So let's see. Our emergency room is not a mile away today. Where's it at?
Right here.
Aiden and I say it's right here because I'm going to try.
It's about 51 miles away.
Because I'm going to try to close it up.
Like 50 centimeters away.
Centimeters? No, that's just like...
No.
I know. Is it?
So that's where we're at with the metal. In fact, it was the last piece of metal to go on the roof.
So it was not my favorite.
It was the last piece. Usually that's our favorite, the last one. So we'll let you know what happens.
Wah, wah.
All right, after 6 hours, how's the hand, Jenny?
6 hours.
6 hours we were gone. 6 hours we made the decision to go to town. Sat around at the emergency room for 3.5 hours. 3 stitches later.
It nicked my artery right up here.
Yep. There it is. That's what happens when you goof around. We do not have work comp, so man up. We'll rub some dirt on it tomorrow.
Gotta finish putting up a roof tomorrow.
Who made the call to go to the emergency room?
Not me.
That's right. So the World Wide Web doesn't think I'm the hard you-know-what. I didn't want my wife's pretty little hand not to heal right. So there you go. Yes, even the artery was poked. So that was a long afternoon. Thor, were you a good boy? You don't want to talk about it.
Aiden, were you a good boy?
You don't want to talk about it either. All right, there it was. The adventures of working off-grid.